I've been in IT for quite some time. I think I started this whole journey back in 2017, thereabouts, when I started little things like media, which is why I was very impressed by what I saw Mr. Pelumi demo. It's quite a very beautiful product. So then I dabbled in the field of media for quite some time before I now proceeded into learning more design skills, which was branding, UI UX design, and all of that. Later on, scaled up to being more of a developer. So full stack development, Python development, and all of that. Currently, I work at an animation studio on the island called Magic Carpet, where I kind of oversee the tech aspect of the company, building some tools that are more AI centered in the fact of trying to scale up animation processes, and also building some tools around the game space and all of that. But technically, the game, yes, the game space. So technically, my major use, so I believe I have people like me. Like we mentioned talking earlier on about how we have nomads that just like to enclose. I'm one of those nomads. I just prefer being in my own space, and I've always been anti 9 to 5 for as long as I can remember, and looking for the best way to build systems that basically empower you as a person to like live your life, have time to bond with family and stuff like that. And 9 to 5 basically has a way of not allowing you to explore and do all that. So I've always had it in mind to basically have a thing of my own, more like a business that I run and manage and all. Up until last year was when, although before then I've been doing a lot of freelance, at least most of my life has been freelance, aside from when I got, I started working at Magic Carpet Studios and all of that. But up until last year, I work at Magic Carpet Studios. Yes. So, so as I was saying, so last year I started a business called Creen, where it was mostly, throughout most of last year was in social media space, trying to do more of marketing and stuff like that. And it has been quite, my eyes saw shiggy, basically, dealing with Nigerian clients and stuff like that, chasing retainer fees at the end of the month and running on nearly zero. But thanks for some little bit of financial support of which I had built, and then the job I was currently running, I was able to float that. But fast forward to September-ish, I discovered that route wasn't basically going to cut it. And towards the end of the year last year, I started to shift my mind towards the development part, because like I said, I'm a full stack developer, a UI UX designer across many other things. So I basically have the foundational knowledge, just like he said, when it comes to IT and building from scratch before AI came into the picture and all of that. So moving into development was more of a safe zone for me. And then there was a question of when you are building. I can't particularly say I've built anything for myself per se, but the perspective of which I have channeled using AI to better at least my own life and in growing and my growth path is seeing how we easily, something similar to what he was presenting about how building AI tools that just fit into specific niches. So this year I let all of the staff which I have hired for the social media part go late last year, and then this year focused more down into the development side. And between the early part of the year and now, I've been able to at least ship about 3 products. One of them was a product built for law firms, and it came out of just passerby information that I heard about a particular law firm that was having operational issues and stuff like that, and just shooting blanks into the air, approaching, and in 1 or 2 ways, the company, that was like the first contract the company got into, like building a fully operational, let me call it a SaaS, but for law firms, because that was basic. That sector, for some reasons in Africa, people focus only on fintech, transport, food. We leave out specific sectors, agri, law and the likes. I just don't know why. So when when the team and I were doing a little bit of research to what we wanted to build for that law firm, after doing a lot of visits to the firm and understanding their operations and flow, we discovered that there was really no tool that we could model to what we wanted to build, and that just sparked something. So we ended up going and using that particular firm as the MVP to build a custom tool for them, which they are currently still using, till today, and that has gone. So trying to just cast out an open sea to see how much. So we now did, like, I got a salesperson to come on board, demo the product, and then we started to just expand the net to see how we could have more law firms come on board and onboard that product. And right now we have firms currently using it, just deployed for those specific firms. And down the line, I've always had a mindset of more like empowerment, and we started the academy arm of the business, which is academy arm of Crane, the business. And down the line, based on my own personality of, we are trying to say, like, we're a software development firm, let's build our own tools, don't let's rely on stuff. We ended up building our own LMS system that was built specific to what we wanted to achieve with our academy. And before coming here, I was just leaving a meeting, trying to see how we could, like, get a partnership to scale that particular LMS for more use and all. And majority of this, like, I won't particularly, this is why I was so worried of what to demo, because I don't really have any, there's no really tool that was 100% built with AI, but AI was definitely in the mix in shipping those things out fast, especially Firmdesk. Firmdesk is the law tool that was built because of timeline constraints and stuff like that. We had to, like, have something ready in like 2 months, and to, like, at least get the law firm onboarded and stuff like that, which finally happened due to the advent help of AI in the, because I said AI, had some roles to play and all of that. Now, but down to the academy side, we launched a course that was last month, had over 400 people sign up, over 800 people sign up, about 400 people got into the course and all of that, and then using that same LMS system that we built to work and all. And then fast forward down, about 3 or 4 different other other organizations or companies have reached out to see how they can deploy that in full scale and all. And there's always been this old niche or this old sense of people are scared to use AI. He was asking this question earlier of I mentioned earlier of building products in the game space. So the company where I work, Magic Carpet, we're trying to see how. So we have animations that we are currently building in-house, and we have some series that we have done for clients like Cartoon Networks and the likes. And there are a lot of loopholes in that system coming from the tools that are being used. Adobe products are expensive. We have other things like that. So, and there are a lot of ways, because if I were to break it down for you, if I was to animate myself like this, the animators usually have to rig themselves moving in every frame per second. So as my hand goes like this, there can be 25 shots just to capture this movement. Those are bottlenecks that basically take the whole process of animation to be longer. So we have built different tools, which we basically use them in-house for now. We have not really shipped them out. That's kind of fasting that production timeline for them. So instead of having to, so you take a video of yourself, you upload it to the AI, and it breaks a complete motion for you to frames. So we're able to do all of those things with AI, and they're currently building a game platform that will basically allow users to be able to play online games and stuff, also to enable the animation that we're currently creating. So AI has been a tool that I have used in many ways, to basically grow my business as a person, to add products or projects to portfolio and stuff like that. And it's something that I always try to encourage. If I didn't even come out right now, seeing that one of the products is that Mr. Palumi's product is something that is completely built, and normally without the presence of AI, that product, I'm sure months are still in the pipeline, trying to build and even produce an MVP and all of that. And these are things that allows, basically, if you have an idea right now, he was saying something earlier of how you need to document all your products, all your ideas in your documents to upload and all, and then not to get so confused and run helter-skelter, because when you start prompting, AI throws ideas to your face like this and stuff like that. And I always advise people that before you start doing stuff, have a foundational basis of what you want to, like before AI came, how was this thing being done? So if you're to build an app, for instance, you need to have a proper PRD document, features. You are probably going to market to understand the scope of the project. What are we building and stuff like that before you now probably even now get your AI tool and start. I'm not saying do all of those. You can still use Claude and the likes to do those processes, but don't skip those processes and just start prompting. That's basically what I always advise. Don't just start. Understand those basics and then understand the security side of what you are building, which is very, very important. I was on GitHub the other day. Someone shared me something, and when he shared me what he had built with AI, I had to literally call him and say, it works, yeah, but there are multiple loopholes. Like all of your access keys are right there that I can see. I can see all of your SQL scripts on your GitHub repo.
How have you been able to
I can see all of your SQL.
Because 2,000 people coming to live stream.
Yeah. How are you securing those data? So I'm even trying to see if there is actually an education that people can actually, okay, yes, you are building with AI tools, but how do you secure what you are building? Because right now, this one, what the name of this? Remita was hacked a few years ago, few months ago. This other platform, GitHub, not GitHub, Vestel was also hacked. I had to go and rotate my API keys. Lovable was moved. So these are things, and now you just go like it was hacked. Data were pulled from Vestel and the likes, and I have projects on Vestel and stuff like that. Superbase have been sending me a lot of emails of how to ensure that all my stuffs are secure, because these are things that are happening. People are even using AI tools to hack your AI tools. Which is AI tools, people are using AI tools to hack your AI tools. So I always advise that as we are building, we shouldn't forget the fundamentals that people were using before AI came into the picture, and still apply those principles into whatever we are building today. So yes, I would call that off. Thank you.